On this episode of Eat, Drink, Italy, we celebrate mozzarella. A chef from Buffalo Mozzarella's home makes an unforgettable mozzarella triple play. We talk about Sagrantino. Remember this name. It's a great wine that's on the move. Then back to our mozzarella roots. My name is Vic Rollo, and I love to eat, drink Italy. Follow me, and I'll prove it.
Eat, Drink Italy is brought to you by Wine Enthusiast Magazine and Catalog for wine storage, glassware, and accessories. The historic Count Basie Theater in Red Bank, New Jersey. The Atalanta Corporation, importing authentic Italian products and more for over 50 years. Coffee Aficionado, artisanal roasters of sustainably sourced coffee. Tolaini Wines. You can taste Tuscany's historic Chianti Classico region in every glass. Zio Baffa, organic Italian wines. The next wave. The Asaro family, producing distinctive Sicilian olives and olive oils since 1916. Mionetto Prosecco, heritage, dedication, and passion since 1887. And by Co-Brand, marketers of fine wine and spirits.
Pestum is breathtaking. The ruins, the vineyards, the weather, even the livestock. These gorgeous water buffalo provide the milk for one of the world's best cheeses, mozzarella di bufala, or buffalo milk mozzarella. It is considered one of the best fresh cheeses in the world. Although Chef Matteo Sangiovanni has never played baseball, he makes a gorgeous, unassisted mozzarella triple play. We had to breeze through this recipe, but it's very simple. You can find the full recipe on our website. This is the land of Bufala. Bufala mozzarella. As we drove here, Casafficcio, 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 Casafficcio. The only DOP Bufala mozzarella in all of Italy. Right here in Campania, this part of Italy, down south. And here we're gonna make a very special recipe. I've never seen a recipe like this. This is Bufala mozzarella 3 ways. Chef Matteo Sangiovanni from the Savoy Beach Hotel. Thank you for having me. How are you?
Grazie a te di essere qua con noi a preparare questi piatti.
Sì. Tell me about this dish.
Oggi prepariamo questo piatto che è un antipasto che facciamo molto nel nostro ristorante, che è una variazione di mozzarella.
Sì.
Praticamente la mozzarella in 3 consistenze. C'è un carpaccio, mozzarella croccante, tipo fare una cotoletta alla milanese, quindi della mozzarella alla milanese, sì, impanata e fritta. C'è un purè di patate e un'infusione di mozzarella.
Ok, let's show us how to make this dish.
Ok, noi iniziamo a preparare l'infusione di mozzarella che si prepara con della panna fresca,
sì,
della mozzarella tagliata a dadini, che è questa, e non si fa altro che mettere la panna a bollire. Si porta non a bollire, scusa, si porta a 50 gradi. Si porta a 50 gradi, si mette la mozzarella tagliata a dadini dentro e si lascia in infusione per 4 ore.
Okay.
Dopodiché viene passata al chinois e viene fatta questa infusione di mozzarella.
Sì. So this is our body heat is 38 degrees Celsius. This is cooked at 45 degrees Celsius, about 130 Fahrenheit, and it's cooked for 3 or 4 hours at low heat to make this infusion. So we start with the panna, the buffalo milk, and you see it's very thick. You can do this at home. Maybe you'll have to whip it a little in a KitchenAid with a whisk. Then we cut up the fresh buffalo mozzarella. It cooks for about 3 hours at very, very low heat, and it makes an infusion of buffalo mozzarella. Okay, next part. Patate?
Poi dopo prepareremo una purè di patate, che è un semplice purè di patate. Patate bollite con la buccia,
sì,
vengono pelate, setacciate e viene mischiata con olio extravergine, sale, pepe e se c'è bisogno un po' di latte.
So,
viene amalgamato e facciamo il purè di patate.
So we boil the potato, we put it through a ricer, so squeeze all the water, the potato comes through the ricer, just with olive oil, salt, and pepper, and we put it in a little pastry bag as part of the buffalo mozzarella 3 ways. Next, what's next?
Poi prepariamo la mozzarella, questa croccante,
Sì.
che è una mozzarella alla milanese. La cosa importante è preparare con la mozzarella che deve essere del giorno prima, perché deve essere priva di acqua, altrimenti quando la friggiamo esce acqua fuori, quindi deve essere una mozzarella asciutta.
Yeah.
La togliamo dal siero e la facciamo asciugare. Tagliamo a pezzi e la passiamo uovo e pane grattato.
Sì.
Preparare prima il piatto e poi la mettiamo calda questa sopra.
Perfect.
Va bene?
Sì.
Quindi iniziamo a preparare il piatto con un carpaccio di mozzarella.
So thin slices of mozzarella.
Carpaccio di mozzarella che lo condiamo con un po' di pepe,
A little bit of pepper.
un filo di olio, un pizzico di sale. Poi mettiamo il purè di patate sopra,
A little bit of the puree of the potato.
purè di patate.
The infusion.
Questa è
of buffalo.
l'infusione di mozzarella.
Wow. Very, very interesting.
Ok.
A little bit of olive oil.
Un filo di olio. Decoriamo con un po' di misticanza croccante, un po' di insalatine miste, fresche.
So it's fresh baby greens, picked right here from the garden. And this is all about la materia prima, the prime ingredients. You know, this is buffalo mozzarella country. Nowhere else do you get mozzarella like this anywhere in the world except for here. And that's why this very special dish.
Ok, adesso possiamo friggere la mozzarella.
So these are the ones that we're going to fry. Chef used a little sunflower oil to fry in. We're using a lot of sunflower oil. It doesn't impart a big taste on what we're cooking. So it's very mild, has a very high cooking point so that you can use it for frying. We put this in the hot oil just for 30 seconds.
Ci mettiamo giusto un pizzico di sale.
A pinch of salt.
E questa è la parte croccante del piatto. Per colore mettiamo un po' di pomodorini essiccati al forno.
So little slices of tomato, you bake them in the oven at a very low temperature, and they kind of just dry out. And this is tomato oil, so just oil, tomato to give it that orange color and that beautiful flavor. Wow, that's fantastic. Take a look at
Questa è una
that.
variazione di mozzarella con le tre consistenze. Infusione, carpaccio alla milanese, croccante.
See. So you have a passion for cooking. Where did you learn about cooking? Tell me about where you've cooked, school, the awards that your troupe has won. Tell me all about your cooking life.
Guarda, io ti racconto, non ho vergogna di dirlo, ti racconto la mia passione per la cucina, come è nata. Non volevo studiare troppo, non volevo fare la solita scuola da magistrale, avvocato, allora dovevo scegliere cosa fare. Mio padre fa il contadino e di famiglia non abbiamo nessuno che fa il cuoco nella mia famiglia.
Right.
Ho scelto l'alberghiero, che è la succursale di Salerno, qua in un paesino qua vicino a Capaccio. Da lì mi sono appassionato per la cucina, grazie al professore, il mio professore di cucina. Quando vedevo che faceva delle creazioni, delle decorazioni in pasticceria o con un antipasto, con un primo piatto, e tutte le persone facevano dei complimenti. Complimenti, complimenti, bravissimo. Io mi appassionavo a vedere quelle cose. E da lì è nata un po' la mia passione per la cucina. E ho iniziato a studiare e poi, una volta che avevo finito le scuole, ho deciso di andare un po' all'estero per lavorare e la mia formazione principale è stata in una grande scuola di cucina in Italia che si chiama Étoile di Sottomarina di Chioggia a Venezia, e lì è iniziata la mia formazione importante, dove ho fatto varie esperienze tra Svizzera, Milano, Lussemburgo, un po' in giro per il mondo, un po' in giro per l'Italia soprattutto perché mi interessava la cucina italiana, e così è uscito Matteo San Giovanni.
And here in Campania, the wines, the white wines, the Greco, the Falanghina, Aglianico, This is a very special one. Rosé of Aglianico Frizzante, sparkling. And I've never had one of these until I had the San Salvatore just down the road from here. And this pairs perfectly with mozzarella, see?
Sì, questo ci sta molto bene vicino a questo piatto perché qua c'è la parte croccante, la parte fritta e con queste bollicine del Joy dell'azienda San Salvatore si abbina veramente bene perché ti pulisce il palato.
Chef, grazie.
Salute.
Today, we're going to dissect Sagrantino. And you and I speak about this often, that Sagrantino should be in any good cellar next to Barolo, Brunello, Sagrantino, because this is the next great grape, red grape of Italy. We're here today with Giorgia from Castelbuono, Alessandro from Perticaia, and Massimiliano from Antonelli. So if we were in America, Max, Alex, Georgia. Yeah, like the state, right?
Like the state. Yeah.
Do you think we should taste the 2004 and go in order, or do you? I think we should taste the 2004 now.
Let's go back in time.
Okay, so let's taste the 2004. You'll pour the 2004 for us?
Okay, let's
Perfect.
taste.
So you go to Tony.
Yeah.
And I might like to say that here in Montefalco, even though they've been making wine for centuries, that really the wine here, no one kept bottles in the cellar. So to drink a 2004, then a 2001, and a 96, it's just the tip of the iceberg, and we're going to talk about aging potential.
2004 was very interesting. The growing season was quite cold and quite rainy. And the harvest was very late, in the late October. So we find very interesting 2004 for the elegance and for the structure. So it's very important for the aging.
And I think immediately you taste the tannins of Sagrantino.
Of course.
And the tannins are the backbone of this wine. And really, it talks about the ageability. And Tone, we taste this wine, and we taste a lot of wines together. Where do you put this? When is Tony Verdoni drinking this wine, besides today?
The good thing about these great wines is that even when they're ready, they're not ready. So I would say 15 years for this one, maybe 20 years from the vintage.
Wow.
So comfortably 2020.
So we're putting this wine immediately in the category of the other great red wines of Italy.
Absolutely.
So 2001, another outstanding vintage.
Yes.
Alessandro, tell us a little bit about 2001.
We had a couple of rain during the period of the end of the maturation, so in September, October, and the harvest arrived a little bit later. Was very slowly, but the result was a very full ripe wine, very fruity, very full, very intense.
Tony, tell us about your theory about tasting wine, where it starts.
You look for color,
First.
you see it, and you look for texture in the glass as well. And then when you swirl it, you sniff it. And in sniffing it, you get the aroma, which is from the grapes, the bouquet, from the vinification process. And then you put it in your mouth and you sip it and savor it. So you have to think of the letter S.
Right.
You see it, you swirl it, you sniff it, sip and savor it. And I chew on it a bit and see where it strikes me in the mouth. And then you can spit it, which I'm not going to do.
Right.
Or you can swallow it and you get an idea of the retrogusto, the finish,
Right.
the aftertaste of the wine. And you get a really good idea. But by the time you see it and you smell it, you have a pretty good idea of what the wine's going to be like.
I think when we drink Sagrantino, obviously we notice the color. It's very dark. It's not one of those opaque wines that you can see through. So it has a lot of color, a lot of tannin, a lot of fruit and acidity. And really that combination of tannin and acidity is really the backbone of wine. So we did 2004, 2001, okay? So we're progressing. Now I think we have a treat because this may be the oldest Sagrantino ever tasted for American TV. And oftentimes we don't get to drink these because there's not too many bottles.
That's correct.
Massimiliano, tell us about the 1996 vintage.
I think it's a very interesting wine, this the wine of '96, because it's a very fine wine. Also, it's very aromatic. It can last for at least 15, 20 years more, because Sagrantino takes a long time to reach the optimum in the bottle. I think after bottling at least 10 years.
Yeah.
So this is really, really mature, really perfect at the moment, I think.
And I think the key word with Sagrantino, maybe with all great wines, is patience, because it can age. It has potential.
Yeah, clearly.
And the potential, I think, is, look, Sagrantino is here to stay, and Sagrantino can age with the best wines of the world. And Tony and I thank you for being here with us and for opening these great wines and really educating the American people about the great red wines of Italy, but more importantly, Sagrantino, and grazie molto.
Grazie a voi. Cheers.
Okay, so I've said so much about Bufala mozzarella. I had to go to the place where Chef Matteo gets his. Luigi Di Lascio takes us on a tour of his simple, spotless, and spectacular Caseificio, a mozzarella factory. I'm making Bufala mozzarella in Campania. Who could ask for something better? I'm here with my good friend Luigi. Luigi, ciao.
Ciao.
So we have the buffalo milk and some starter from the night before. This happens at 3:30 in the morning. We added the rennet to this, and now we're gonna make the curd, right?
Ok, adesso stiamo praticamente riscaldando il latte per portarlo a una temperatura per farlo cagliare. Ok, adesso con l'aggiunta del caglio diventa una sola massa.
Sì.
Ok,
How many hours? How long?
36 gradi deve essere riscaldato a 36 gradi.
For how long?
Il processo poi, in pratica, arriviamo, ecco, ci vogliono 4 ore di tempo per fare una buona mozzarella.
Sì. Okay, when we get finished with this, after 4 hours, we have what they call the curd. And then we're ready to make mozzarella with a few steps. My friend Luigi is gonna help me stretch the mozzarella. He's gonna help me cut the mozzarella. And then, you're not gonna help me eat it. Mi mangia mozzarella.
Sì, penso che si vede la mozzarella.
Okay.
Ok.
Luigi, what happens now?
Allora, sono passate le 4 ore e adesso la cagliata è matura per poterla lavorare. Assis, vieni.
So we're bringing over the curd, and should I turn on the machine?
Sì.
And he's cutting the curd, putting it in the machine, and shreds it into small pieces. Luigi, where do you get the milk?
Bufale, ci abbiamo le bufale giù in azienda.
And the milk comes here every morning, 3:30, early in the morning. He's breaking up the curd. This is a real treat. This is heaven. This is on everybody's bucket list that loves food. DOP, Bufala mozzarella. Putting hot water in to start to melt the curd. And then we start to mix the mozzarella to get it to, you see what happens here. It starts to melt.
Adesso sta avvenendo praticamente l'amalgamazione della pasta, della cagliata. Diventa una sola, con l'acqua bollente a 100 gradi, praticamente diventa una sola massa, dove poi l'acqua bollente verrà asciugata e immessa in questo recipiente per poi poter lavorare la mozzarella.
So we're stretching the mozzarella. We're almost ready to make it. We have to form the mozzarella into balls by hand. Taking the curd off the top, taking some of the pieces that didn't melt off the top so that the cheese is totally smooth. and this is a process. This is all done by hand at the caseificio.
Allora, va mangiata, senti, con i pomodori. O assoluta, assoluta così o con un buon pomodoro.
See, with tomatoes or just by itself. So we're taking the hot water out, and you'll see how smooth the mozzarella is. And we're almost ready to form it.
Adesso tu vuoi provare a mozzare?
Sì.
Ti faccio vedere.
Okay, now the hot curd is coming in.
It's okay.
So soft.
Guarda, così, guarda, così, guarda.
Look at this. I wish my hands could eat this. So, your hands get better at this after 4 generations. This is my first generation of buffalo mozzarella.
Purtroppo il processo della mozzarella è bello, però
Let's make some bigger ones. Can we make some?
bisogna lavorarla
Sì,
subito.
sì, sì.
Ta, 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 ta,
Sì.
ta, ta, capisci? Poi facciamo pure qualche mozzarella.
Whoa, look at this. In
Allora.
your family, who makes the best mozzarella? Mama.
Allora, mio nonno praticamente è partito col formaggio, faceva solo formaggi e mio padre ha fatto la trasformazione della mozzarella. Qua, no, così, guarda, vieni qua, guarda, così.
Ah.
Chiuderla bene perché altrimenti se va a liquido di governo dentro
Sì.
diventa amara.
Luigi,
Sì.
tu nonna, what would she think of your mozzarella?
Sarà contenta sicuramente.
Oh, you can't believe, warm inside. This mozzarella is soft and delicate. DOP, only from Campania. This is La Materia Prima, here in Pestum. This is what we do. We travel Italy. We go to these famous little places, kind of a hole in the wall, part of the culture, part of the history here to make mozzarella with Luigi. Ah.
Adesso facciamo qualche mozzarella ancora più grande, guarda.
Okay. Oh, perfect.
Adesso facciamo una treccia. Noi facciamo prettamente mozzarella di bufala, poi chiaramente le varie forme. Fatta? Allora, stavo dicendo, la mia famiglia è partita col fare i formaggi chiaramente di bufala e di pecora, diciamo 100 anni fa. Mio padre ha fatto la trasformazione con latte in mozzarella, cosiddetta mozzarella di bufalo.
Luigi, I have to taste the mozzarella. I have to taste.
Mangiare?
I have mangiare.
Ok, vai.
Cheers.
Cheers. Buona?
Buona, fantastico, perfetto.
Ok.
In the United States, you would be like Bruce Springsteen, un rock star. Sì.
Devo venire, la facciamo in America. Vengo in America, ti vengo a trovare e la facciamo là.
Sì. Luigi, grazie. No, grazie molto. Thank you for having me at the Caseificio to make bufala mozzarella in Pestum. It's been a pleasure. First time on my bucket list. This is where it starts. La Materia Prima, only here in Pestum, with my good friend Luigi. Luigi, grazie molto.
Grazie a voi.
This show was a treat. I've always loved fresh buffalo mozzarella, and so have many people across the United States. Fresh buffalo mozzarella is available just about everywhere. Remember, Materia Prima, the prime ingredients in your recipes and in your glass, makes all the difference. And don't forget to visit our website. It has lots of features. You can download recipes, view past episodes, and lots more. Till next time, do what I do. Eat, drink Italy. I'm Vic Rallo. Ah, presto.
Eat Drink Italy is brought to you by Wine Enthusiast Magazine and Catalog for wine storage, glassware, and accessories. The historic Count Basie Theater in Red Bank, New Jersey. The Atalanta Corporation, importing authentic Italian products and more for over 50 years. Coffee Aficionado, artisanal roasters of sustainably sourced coffee. Tolaini Wines. You can taste Tuscany's historic Chianti Classico region in every glass. Zio Baffa, organic Italian wines. The next wave. The Asaro family, producing distinctive Sicilian olives and olive oils since 1916. Mionetto Prosecco, heritage, dedication, and passion since 1887. And by Co-Brand, marketers of fine wine and spirits.